Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Hope you're having a great day. I've got a $100 box of nickels here that we're going to go through. I've already opened it up to check to make sure they're circulated, and they are. So let's get into this box and see what we can find. Alright, so we are roll number 11 in the box. I just opened this up and I noticed we've got two dark edges here. So we're going to lay these out and see. Actually, I'm just going to pull them out and see if either of these are silver. We've got one silver right there in 1943, and the other edge looks exactly like that. So maybe we'll have two silver. So we've got one silver coin. Let's see if this one is as well. Nope, just a 1983 with a dark edge, but 1 out of 2, not bad. All right, so we pulled a silver out of roll number 11. I'm going to go ahead and lay the rest of these out and take a look, and if there's anything in here, we'll get back to you with that find. So I looked through the rest of that roll and didn't find anything else, but I went ahead and I looked at that 83 again that we just got done looking at, and I noticed it looked a little odd outside of it being darker in color. Almost looks like it may have been struck through grease. If you look at you look at the lettering there, it's pretty mushy. The P mint mark is all filled in, and if you look on the back, it even seems to be a little bit more prominent there, but that could possibly have been struck through grease. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think about that, but I just thought I'd go ahead and show that. Anyway, we'll set that aside for the time being. Alright, let's get into the rest of this box. We are 17 rolls into the box, and we finally have a couple of older finds here. This has been a pretty interesting box here. Normally I save out the coins that are 1955 and older, and so far we haven't found a single one, but we did just pull two out of this roll here, so I thought I'd bring you in. We got a 1946 with no mint mark on there, so we got a Philadelphia, and we had another one over here from the 50s, a 1953. Looks like a Philadelphia as well. So happy to find those two. Hopefully we'll find a few more older ones. That's not usually typical to not find those. But anyway, so let's get back into this box and see what else we can find. Well, just a couple of rolls later, and we have another old one, or older one. We got a 1954. Flip it over for a mint mark reveal. All right, we got one with a mint mark, a 54 Denver. So that makes 3 older coins plus that silver there. And we've got 30 rolls left to go. Alright, we got a couple more finds here. Here's another older one, 1955, with a Denver mint mark. And this one here isn't older, but I just thought I would show you. This is a 1988 Philadelphia, and it's got some beautiful luster and shine left on it. It's neat that you can still find older coins like this in circulation. It's not a terribly old coin, but 88, I mean, that's still got some age on it, especially in this condition. And most of, let me zoom in here. Most of the steps are wiped off, but it does look like there's some partial steps there on the towards the MON of the Monticello. You can still see some there, but definitely got some nice shine and luster left on. I probably won't keep it, but just thought I'd show you anyway that you still can find nice older coins in circulation. So let's get back into our box here. Alright, we are that far into the box, and we have our next older find. I believe this is the oldest coin of this box so far. Looks like it's had a rough life there. We got some dings and nicks on it. We got a 1941. Excuse me. And we have an S mint mark, it looks like. I apologize. I have been sick for the last several days, so I've been under the weather. Actually not really feeling like doing this, but I need to get this box back to the bank so we can get some other boxes. But anyway, so I apologize for not being my normal self, and I probably sound a little funny too. So there's our next older find. I did want to show this as well. Now, if you have ever done any metal detecting, you'll know that this was a coin that was buried in the ground. You can still see some of the dirt in there. I metal detect. I've pulled hundreds of these out of the ground, so I know exactly what they look like. But the reason that I wanted to show you was if you're anything like me and you enjoy history and thinking about history when it comes to coins, old bottles. I used to collect bottles as well, mason jars and whatnot. I love thinking about the history of those old pieces and thinking about where they've been, where they started, where they've been, and where they've ended up, and the hands that they have passed through. And so I find something like this, and two things that I really enjoy doing: coin roll hunting and metal detecting. So I love finding stuff like this. This was minted 1 year before I was born, so it's got a year on me. Good chance that it spent a better part of half of its life, so probably 20 years into the ground, easily you could say. And here it is in my hands now. So just kind of interesting. I like thinking about that stuff. Maybe some of you do too. Maybe some of you want me to shut up right now and just get on to the next roll, but just thought I would go ahead and show that there. A nice old metal detecting find, and here we are pulling it out of a roll. So that'll go back to the bank and it'll get sent on to the next person. All right, we got 21 rolls left in this box. Let's see what else we can find. Well, very next roll, and we have our next find. We just beat our oldest coin out of this box by 1 year. We have a 1940. We'll flip it over and see what we have for mint mark. No mint mark, so that was Philadelphia born. All right, a 1940 is the oldest coin so far. And I believe I miscounted. I believe I only have 19 rolls left. All right, guys, I had to bring you in for this one here. Super excited about this. Been a while since I found one of these. Look what we got right here. We've got a buffalo reverse side up. So we're going to bring this in. We'll take a look at it. I do not see a mint mark on there, but that's all right. Let's flip it over and see what we have. Hopefully we have a legible date. And we do. It's a 1920. How about that? So 1920 is the oldest coin out of this box so far. I'm so happy that we could see the date on there. That is a nice oldie for sure. So a 1920 no mint mark buffalo. Awesome. Super excited about that, as it has been a while. So we'll set that over here. I'm going to look through the rest of this, and if we see anything else in here worth showing, I'll get back to you. Very next roll, after finding that buffalo, we have our next find. And we've got a 1946. Philadelphia. Lots of Philadelphias in this box. That's all right, though. So we're starting to pick up on the older coins. The first half of this box didn't produce that many old coins, but now that we're in the second half, we're definitely finding them. All right, so we've got 14 rolls left to go. Let's get into these. And here we are again, very next roll, after finding that 1946, I believe it was. We have two more oldies. We got a date side up here, a 1947. No mint mark. That seems to be the theme from this hunt. And we have another one over here, also from the 40s, another 1946. Come on, mint mark. No mint mark. We have a couple more oldies here. Let's see, where'd they go? Piggyback riding each other here. Got a 1952. No mint mark. Imagine that. And the other one looked like a 40s. Another 1946. Been finding a lot of 46s. How about with a mint mark? There we go. We finally got a mint mark. A Denver mint mark. 46 Denver. We'll set that up there with his friends. And one that we found in a previous roll. A 1952. San Francisco. I believe that's the second San Francisco mint mark out of this box. All right. 9 rolls to go. Very next roll here, we got a couple of finds. We do have an older one here. Let's see, is that it? A 1947. Whoa, back-to-back San Francisco mint marks. Awesome. 47S. And then I want to bring you in for this one here. This is pretty funny. I can honestly say I've never found one like this before. A lot of times people will paint coins or mark them up with a Sharpie. They'll deface them with a tool of some sort. But this one, somebody decided to send to the disco. We have got glitter. I can't even make a date out on that. Looks like a 2002. I think I just found the first ever glitter error. So we're definitely going to save that, probably send that in, and get it graded. Probably worth thousands of dollars there. All right. 8 more rolls to go. And we have 4 rolls left in the box, and the second half of this box just keeps producing, guys. Look at this. We've got another buffalo, a second buffalo, and that thing is shiny. I can see the date on there. We'll get back to that in just a second. Man, that's awesome. We do have an older coin up here. Let's see what we've got. A 1942. So this could possibly be the second silver in the box, although it doesn't look like it has that silvery look to it. But we'll flip it over and we'll take a look and see if we have a mint mark. We do not. So this is just the regular 1942 non-silver. But let's get back to that buffalo. Holy cow. Look at the shine on that. 1936. I do not see a mint mark. Look like it's got some damage to it. This thing looks like it was probably, oops, sorry about that, probably polished up. But regardless, 2 buffaloes in one box. I don't think that's ever happened before. And both had legible dates on there. So 1936 and a 1920 buffalo. I don't think there was anything else in here. There's a nice 1960. It's got some nice luster left on it. All right, 4 rolls left. Let's see what we can pull out of here. Well, we are down to our very last roll in the box. Open this up, and I just saw something I've never seen before. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of people will deface coins with tools. And at first, just at first glance, I thought this was reading, but it's not. It's quite clear that somebody has done something to this coin here, as those are not uniform. So I just wanted to show you that before I really pulled it out of the roll here. Let's pull this out and see what what's going on. What in the world? I don't even know how somebody would, what that would be done with. Some sort of a tool. But interesting nonetheless. Somebody always amazes me that people go to the trouble of doing stuff like that to coins. So anyway, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and lay these out, and we'll get back to you if we have any finds. So I'll bring you back in for one of our last finds here. We did have an oldie in this last roll here. It's a 1952. And we have a mint mark, Denver mint mark, and one that I found from a previous roll, a 1947. No mint mark there. So that brings us to the end of our box. There was nothing else in this last roll here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay these out, and we'll get back with our wrap up. So here are our finds after searching through that box of nickels. We'll start with the 2 middle rolls here. These are our coins dated 1955 and older, and the top row here is our 40s coins. 1 from 40, 1 from 41. We found a non-silver 42. 4 from 46, and 3 from 47. Moving down here, we had 3 from 1952, a 53, a 54, and 1 from 1955. Moving up here to our top row are just some of our more notable and interesting finds. We had a 1988 Philadelphia with a lot of shine and luster left on it, and actually had some partial steps there on the left side of the staircase or the steps there. And this one we found in our last roll. Crazy the things that people spend the time doing to coins. Someone wanted to put some reading on that coin there, and they did a bang-up job of that. And this one here, again, I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen a glittered coin before, I don't believe. heavily glittered coin there. And this one, I believe, might actually be an error. A lot of times coins are struck through grease. You can tell by the mushiness of the detail. This one appears that it may have been struck through grease there. A 1983 Philadelphia, so I thought I would pull that out and show that. And then down to the goodies here. We'll start with this one here. Normally I end on the silver, but we'll start with the silver. We have a 1943 Philadelphia. Now earlier I said a 1942 non-silver, and I'll show you real quick. 1942 through 1945, the mint put 35% silver in the nickels, and the way that you can tell is by the large mint mark above the Monticello. And again, they started in 1942, but not all 1942s were minted with 35% silver. Only some of them were, and you can tell which ones were and which ones weren't, again, by the mint mark. The silver ones will have the large mint mark above the Monticello, and the non-silver ones will not have the mint mark. So anyway, just in case you're not familiar with the wartime nickels as they're called. And we found 2 Buffalo nickels in this box, and both had mint marks. This one here is a 1920. I'm sorry, both had legible dates, not mint marks. That one's actually got some nice detail left for 1920, and this heavily polished 1936, maybe somebody was trying to make it into a proof, I don't know. It's got some damage around the rim, both sides of the Buffalo. No mint mark on that as well. Someone spent some time polishing that one up, but how cool is that? 2 Buffaloes in one box, and a silver, an air, and a handful of older coins. So this definitely turned out to be a great box of nickels. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the hunt, and we'll see you in the next one.